Hoy en Fresno State Focus compartimos con ustedes la experiencia de nuestro reportero David en su paseo por Chile.
También los futuros graduados hablan sobre sus logros. Fresno State Focus comienza ahora.
Buenas tardes y bienvenidos a nuestro reportaje de Fresno State Focus en español. Yo soy Ajaira Reese.
Y yo, Natalia Mendoza. Fresno State trascendió fronteras este pasado fin de semana. Estudiantes del periodismo representaron a la institución en la conferencia del Día Mundial de la Libertad de Prensa de la UNESCO en Chile.
David Víctor nos tiene más desde el país sudamericano.
Cuento historias desde la...
En la ciudad de Santiago de Chile se organizó uno de los eventos más importantes para el periodismo en el mundo, al cual asistieron reconocidos periodistas e importantes figuras del mundo de la política.
Condenamos enérgicamente la persecución de los periodistas allí donde ocurra, sin importar el signo político del gobierno que los persiga.
Y en ese mismo lugar estuvieron alumnos de Fresno State.
Hay periodistas de todo el mundo aquí y es muy interesante a conocer a más gente y a conectar con ellos.
Los estudiantes entrevistaron a periodistas de alrededor del mundo y mostraron su trabajo en un panel. Aparte de crear conciencia sobre los peligros que se enfrentan los periodistas, muchos piensan que estos eventos son invaluables para los alumnos.
Ya que se les dé una oportunidad a los periodistas que estén en primero o segundo año, es un gran aprendizaje y no se los limita por su nivel de experiencia. Así que me parece una excelente oportunidad para que ellos participen.
Esta es una gran oportunidad también para los estudiantes para representar a la institución a nivel internacional. Esta es la primera vez en 5 años que Estados Unidos está presente en una conferencia de la UNESCO. Hay universidades estadounidenses participando en esta conferencia y Fresno State está entre ellas.
Este proyecto fue encabezado por la profesora Hanayo Oya, quien está convencida que es importante que los estudiantes sepan hacer reportajes internacionales. Yo pienso que es crítico para los estudiantes tener la perspectiva internacional, escuchar las voces de gente alrededor del mundo y entender diferentes perspectivas y desarrollar sus habilidades para comunicarse intercultural e internacionalmente. Esto demuestra que el estudiar periodismo en la Universidad de Fresno State puede llevar a los alumnos donde sea. Reportando desde Santiago de Chile, David Víctor, Fresno State Focus.
El proyecto fue realizado por los estudiantes del curso MCJ 129, en cual se busca llevar a cabo trabajos colaborativos con universidades de alrededor del mundo.
Los estudiantes regresaron a Fresno este lunes por la tarde para terminar con el resto del semestre. Para los tequileros y tequileras, el Festival de Tequila 2024 llega al Parque Chochansi el 17 de mayo. Estarán representándose T-Pain y Busta Rhymes, habrá rica comida, música y por supuesto mucha tequila. Las puertas abrirán a las 4 de la tarde, no se pueden perder de esta celebración. Pueden comprar sus boletos en tequilafest.com.
Si eres fanático del artista Junior H, este anuncio es para ti. El artista estará presentándose en concierto muy pronto. Junior H empezará su gira Sad Boys Mania en el mes de julio, pero una de sus presentaciones será en Seymour Center, aquí en Fresno. El artista se presentará en vivo en el mes de septiembre, no te lo pierdas, la oportunidad de cantar tus canciones favoritas.
Los chicanos y latinas representan el 58% de los graduados del sistema universitario de California.
Con las graduaciones a vuelta de la esquina, estudiantes de primera generación comparten sus experiencias durante su estancia en Fresno State. Yo tuve el placer de hablar con algunos de estos estudiantes. Lograr graduarte es un logro muy importante para muchos estudiantes, pero para los de primera generación están abriendo el camino para las generaciones que siguen y es un sentimiento único.
Cualquier ceremonia de graduación es muy importante para las familias, especialmente las latinas, las familias hispanas que no tienen una trayectoria de educación en sus familias. Entonces, para alumnos que son los primeros de su familia de graduarse es muy importante porque son como los pioneros de la familia, ¿verdad? Ellos se gradúan y si ellos se gradúan, sus hermanos menores asisten al colegio y continúa este ciclo, ¿no? este ciclo de educación. Entonces, cualquier éxito académico educativo es algo para celebrar.
Una faceta vital que se ve impactada por el esfuerzo dirigido a la finalidad de graduarse es la salud mental. Apenas me di cuenta que los servicios de salud, las terapias de salud mental, yo asisto a un grupo de terapia de hombres y es muy útil. Entre las organizaciones que brindan apoyo a los estudiantes de primera generación en Fresno State se encuentra Tri Alpha, cuyos mentores se orgullecen en ofrecer su ayuda. Tengo la oportunidad de conectar con tutores, quien también viene de la primera generación, como los latinos y latinas, en ciencia, tecnología, ingeniería y matemáticas. Con todas las celebraciones llega el tiempo de la incertidumbre para muchos en planear su futuro.
Voy a aplicar a la escuela para ser abogada. Es un tiempo muy raro para mí.
Iniciando preparaciones para ser la primera en graduarme de mi familia, Natalia Mendoza, Fresno State Focus. Este año será el 48 celebración de la ceremonia que honrará a los chicanos y latinos. Se llevará a cabo en el Seymour Center el 18 de mayo.
El 18 de mayo llegan artistas regionales mexicanos como el rey del acordeón Ramón Ayala, la adictiva Gerardo Ortiz y otros artistas más. La fiesta del año, el principio del Final Tour 2024, se llevará a cabo en el escenario de Chukchansi Park. Este evento es apto a todas las edades. Boletos a la venta por ticketon.com, no se lo pueden perder.
Enseguida en Fresno State Focus entrevistamos a uno de los locutores del radio más conocidos del Valle Central.
Y tengo su clima después del break.
I got the bulldog spirit up in my head.
Up in my head. Up in my head. I got that bulldog spirit up in my head. Up in my head to say. I got that bulldog spirit deep in my heart. Deep in my heart. Deep in my heart. I got that bulldog spirit deep in my heart. Deep in my heart to stay. I got that bulldog spirit down in my toes. Down in my toes. Down in my toes. I got that bulldog spirit down in my toes. Hey. Down in my toes to stay. I got that bulldog spirit up in my head, deep in my heart, down in my toes. I got that bulldog spirit all over me to stay. I got that bulldog spirit
deep in my heart.
Deep in my heart, deep in my heart. I got that bulldog spirit.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Catalisi con su pronóstico del clima. Detrás de mí puedes ver los campos de Fresno State y la torre de agua en el fondo. El clima está perfecto para disfrutar y estar afuera, pero no podemos decir lo mismo para el resto de los Estados Unidos. Aquí podemos ver las tormentas que están entrando en los estados centrales y los tornados que pasaron en el sureste. Al oeste tenemos cielos despejados y temperaturas cálidas. Durante el día se esperan lo alto entre los 70s y 80s, 52 grados en Shaver Lake, 80 en Modesto y 79 en Fresno. Por la noche habrá temperaturas bajas, bajando casi a los 50s, 42 en Shaver Lake, enfocándonos en la calidad del aire. Tenemos aire saludable, excepto en Kern y Tulare, donde el aire estará moderado. Esta semana vamos a tener sol todos los días y va a ser más calor. Este fin de semana va a estar en los 90s para el Día de Madre y mismo para la próxima semana. Pero espera, quiero mostrarles una cosa más. Mi familia es de Rusia, entonces vamos a continuar en ruso. В Москве сейчас холодно, где-то 50 градусов Фаренгейта. Но это нормально для этого времени года. Дождя мы ожидаем в пятницу и в субботу, и рекомендуем носить теплую одежду, потому что ночью можно замерзнуть. That was your first bilingual focus on weather en español y na rусском. Let's get back to the news in English.
Is there anything she can't do doing the weather in English, Russian, and Spanish?
Yeah, it's amazing. Kat's honestly one of the smartest girls I've ever met in my entire life. Now, hello and welcome to the English portion of this show. I'm Summer Reyes.
And I'm Al Scott.
Speaking of graduation, let's throw to Ricky Oakes at the interview set where he is with an alumna of Fresno State.
Thank you, Summer. And with graduation now just 9 days away, many students like myself are in the process of figuring out what's next. I'm joined by a fellow alumna of both the MCJ department and the studio, Miss Alyssa Salvar. Alyssa, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So first, let's talk about the experience after graduation. What were those initial days like once you passed by the stage at the St. Martin Center when you graduated?
Yeah, after walking across that stage, getting my degree, it was just a full circle moment, and I took some time after graduation to focus on myself, enjoy some relaxation, and then soon after that I did seek professional jobs right after that.
Yeah, and those professional jobs, you've had two that I'm well aware of. You spent some time at KC24, and now you're back here at Fresno State in the ad and PR department. How's it like being able to be so flexible like that because of your field?
Yeah, with the degree I got with being in MCJ, it allowed me to experience different platforms, such as being in the newsroom, broadcast side of things, along with being on the media side of things, being PR and marketing, and being able to be so flexible has taught me to just be open to more opportunities.
All right. And then one other thing is, if you could reflect back, what's one thing you would tell yourself from a year ago, right before you went into that job market?
I would tell myself, don't be afraid to try new things, know that you got it, and to follow your heart.
And you followed your heart indeed. I mean, just seeing your path overall, you've grown exponentially. How's it like seeing that growth you've had over the past year?
Yeah, it's been very, self-reflecting, and it's been very prosperous to see my growth and just to see the confidence I've been able to build after graduation. I went from being scared going into the real world, if you may say, to now being so confident in what I do.
I've seen that confidence grown for the past year, and it's so glad to see where you are right now.
Thank you.
Alyssa, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. And in a week and a half, students like myself who have called Fresno State a second home will be advancing to the next stage of life as they walk across stage at the St. Martin Center for graduation. Before I take across off that same stage, I want to share some advice with those who are taking the same road I did just 2 short years ago when I transferred in from junior college. As graduating students depart, incoming students will be taking our place at Dog Days after receiving this message from President Sandoval.
Hello and congratulations on being admitted to Fresno State. Welcome to the Bulldog family.
For those who are coming in, here are some tips to make your experience more enjoyable. For starters, either come here to park early or be ready to walk half a mile on your first day of class. Or sometimes every day for that matter. Now's the time to start thinking about your future. LinkedIn is one of the best resources because not only are you able to talk about your experiences, but also companies can reach out to you and connect with you on a personal level and maybe be your next job opportunity. Damian Lay of the Career Development Center was able to go more in detail on the importance of creating a profile.
And as some people know, maybe 60% of the job offers people receive is from someone that you already know, that is already in your network. So LinkedIn is a great place for you to build your network.
Along with LinkedIn, getting involved with clubs, organizations, or Fresno State itself provides opportunities to get hands-on experience, alongside making friendships that will last a lifetime. Academic counselor Krista Hall shared a new opportunity for students to have with internships.
So, even if your major doesn't have an internship option, the university is getting ready to launch next semester, fall 24, a campus-wide internship course. And so you'll work with the Career Development Center and to get that set up, but regardless of major, you can do an internship.
The most important advice I could give? Downloading the Fetch mobile order app. It was better to order in advance and have your food ready by the time you walk there, rather than the time it takes to walk to the restaurant, wait in line, order your food, have it prepped, then wait in line just to purchase the food you just made. For those who will be stepping foot on campus on August 21st, keep my tips in mind, use your resources, and you'll enjoy your time here at Fresno State, just like I have the past 2 years.
The #1 afternoon radio host in Central Cali is Danny Salas from Q97.1. Renee Rodriguez got a chance to speak to former Bulldog at Q97 studio.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Renee Rodriguez. I am here inside the Q97.1 studio where the man next to me needs no introduction, but I'm going to do one anyways.
He needs a good one, too. He needs a good introduction.
He needs a good introduction. He is your host of your afternoon drive and also the illest radio hour in the Central Valley, Ruthless Radio, West Coast, every day. Give it up for Danny Salas. Danny, thank you so much for being here with me, man.
Appreciate you. Thank you for the invite.
First question that I wanted to ask
Let's go.
is, what are your job duties around here on Q97.1?
I do a little bit of everything. So like you said, king of the afternoon drive. So I'm on the air from 2 to 7, Monday through Friday. Sometimes Saturdays too, if they need me. And like you said, on Sundays from 7 to 8, I do my West Coast show, Ruthless Radio. So that's my main thing. But before that, after that, a lot of production. When you hear my voice on commercials, that's me in another studio recording my voice, putting beats behind my voice for commercials.
Yes.
A whole lot of show prep. Show prep never stops. So that's kind of my primary duty here.
So you're a Fresno State alumnus, and you actually worked at 90.7 KFSR.
Absolutely.
What were your experiences over there, and what advice can you give for MCJ students wanting to pursue a career in radio?
Wow. Well, I will say, and I think I told you maybe in a DM, some of my best times I had were at 90.7 KFSR. I still remember, it's burned into my brain, 278-4082. That's the request line numbers for 90.7. I had some of the best times. My best advice for anybody, and not just in radio, but any profession, just get in the door, get your foot in the door. Like, especially for radio, if there's an internship opportunity, take it. As long as you're in the building, that is a huge first step. That's breaking down a huge barrier. So you're already there, you're meeting the people who are making the important decisions. Get in the door by any means possible.
Nice. Well, you can go ahead and listen to Danny do his thing Monday through Saturday, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. on your afternoon drive. And also Ruthless Radio, West Coast every day, dedicated to the best hip hop and R&B in the left coast, the best coast, the West Coast.
Hey, what a hype man right here.
Right here. Thank you very much, Danny, for being with me.
I appreciate you.
Guys, back to you in the studio.
Call into the Action Afternoon Drive or the Ruthless Radio request line at 559-266-9797 and follow Danny on X and Instagram at Ruthless Radio.
Danny Salas talked about getting involved. There's actually an event on campus coming up that can help students do that.
Yes, you're right about that, Summer. The Bulldog Bowl has plenty of things to do, but there will be a new bright spot for bowlers soon. A glow-in-the-dark bowling ball will be available for students to use for Night Strike, which happens on Fridays and Saturdays from 6 to 10 p.m. It will add a new layer for people who enjoy bowling.
I think it just adds a little extra element of fun to the game, because it is pretty cool watching the ball go down the lane and seeing the different colors.
You can also buy glow-in-the-dark strips for your bowling shoes or for your wrist. The new additions will be coming this summer to the Bulldog Bowl.
It's a party on campus these days. Champagne corks are popping, confetti fills the air for graduation photos. Around campus, seniors are leaving a mess to be remembered, as Jimena Ramos shows us.
Every spring, Fresno State seniors take graduation photos around campus while leaving a mess behind for faculty services to clean up.
And I noticed a lot of my colleagues being frustrated with the cleanup because it takes about
half an hour to 45 additional to their maintenance.
In all areas of the campus, it is hard not to notice the litter. The colorful flakes can be seen in the grass, along sidewalks, in the planters, even in the fountain. A photographer shares his tip on using confetti in photo shoots.
Shout out to them, make sure like at least they have a biodegradable. Just know that like everyone wants to have a clean campus here.
We all crave that picture-perfect moment with confetti, glitter, champagne. But what can we do to better our environment?
At one of the most popular spots for graduation photos. These are biodegradable poppers you can get from ASI. Others, from other stores, are plastic, which create more mess.
It is heartening to come to a campus and see the mess we have left. Graduation is a big deal to be proud of. Let's hold that standard to keep our campus clean. Reporting from Fresno State, Jimena Ramos.
If you do use any props for your graduation pictures, just make sure to clean up after yourself to keep our campus clean.
Coming up, we say goodbye to one of our own here at Fresno State Focus.
Plus, we tell you why we love Fresno State. We'll see you after the break.
Here in the valley, our colors are blue and our waves are red. Bulldog born and bulldog bred. Generations linked forever by traditions that have stood the test of time. Inside our stadiums, we are one. This is our valley, and this year, we're doing it for you.
Top news, Kendrick Lamar and Drake are making diss tracks at each other, and there is no line that they haven't crossed in these songs.
It's even gone as far as shootings happening early yesterday morning in front of Drake's house. Adore Berzamina got the word on the street about who is winning in this rap beef.
All right, thank you guys. So it is time for close to finals, so I'm asking people about the beef in between studying. So here we have, could I get your first and last name, boss?
What's up? Hi, my name is Efrain Aguirre.
And
I'm MCJ major.
And sweet MCJ major, nice to see you, Efrain. And then I just wanted to ask, what's your take on the beef so far?
I think that Kendrick and Metro Booming are clearly winning. I think Drake is very overrated. His music is very soft. It hasn't been good since like 2008. Kendrick Lamar is a Pulitzer Prize winner, and honestly, like Metro Booming is like for the culture. They're really like fighting for like American culture, and I appreciate them.
All right, a strong opinion for K-Dot right here. We're gonna move on to the table over here, and I wanted to ask you guys if you guys had an opinion on the K-Dot and Drake squabble going on.
What do you got, bro? Honestly, both of the allegations they're making are pretty crazy. I don't know which ones are true or not. But in terms of songs, I think Kendrick has made better songs than Drake. That's my opinion. That's all.
For sure. And then what makes Kendrick's songs a little better for you?
I feel like lyrically he's a better rapper than Drake, but Drake has music you could turn up to.
Okay, for sure.
Kendrick has a couple vibey songs, but lyrically Kendrick is the better rapper than Drake.
All right, so from a few students here, we have lyricism for Kendrick, and then Drake may have the bangers, but K-Dot will have the war. If you're asking my opinion, I think you gotta give it to K-Dot. Dor Berzamina, Fresno State Focus.
Over the past month, 10 songs have been released between the two artists during this musical back and forth.
Adore says that though he feels Kendrick Lamar has won, he still appreciates Drake for stepping up to the plate.
After spending a whole semester on campus and passing by hundreds of fellow students, it's easy to spot a familiar face. You might even see one that you see every day.
A doppelganger is someone who shares a strikingly similar look to someone else.
According to Smithsonian Magazine, people with similar faces may even share genes or even lifestyle traits.
Here's what students on campus have said about their doppelgangers.
It was a very uncomfortable mirror. I don't want to see it again.
If I did, I feel like it'd be useful so we could kind of split the workload and I could do less.
We're like different, we're like the same guy, but like different fonts, you know? So it's like, yeah.
I'd probably talk to them and be like, who are you and are you my twin?
I think it'd be scary. I feel like it'd give me like an uneasy feeling, a little unreal.
I bet you didn't know there was two different people talking throughout the story.
And while me and Caesar might not look alike, we do sound alike. And we've gotten to the point where we finish each other's
sandwiches. Be on the lookout, Fresno State. You never know if there's another you out there.
Caesar Maya.
Some of us are saying goodbye this semester, and we're thinking of all the memories we've made while here on campus. While we reminisce, we cannot forget to say thank you to everyone who's helped us get this far. One person in particular who's been here at Fresno State Focus we cannot do without is Terry Dolph. Terry has been our studio engineer for more than a decade. He's been working in the news industry for almost 50 years and has some great advice for us.
Yeah, I graduated in '76, and now I'm graduating again in 2024. And my best advice for you is enjoy the people that are around you. Your success depends on how you treat people, how you communicate with them. And technical knowledge is important, but your human interactions are the most important thing.
Terry will be retiring as our engineer, and everyone here in the studio would like to express our gratitude for everything he's done. We're really going to miss you, Terry.
As many of us on this newscast are seniors, we decided to end our show with a video of why we appreciate and love Fresno State so much. Let's roll the video.
I love Fresno State because Devontae Adams went here, and it's a real good group of people.
Oh my God, no, let's think here. What do I love about Fresno State? Of just going out to eat. Friends.
I think it's just that having that Bulldog spirit, you know, finding something that you're passionate about. Me going to Fresno State here, I love going to school here. I love showing off my school spirit. I'm from the Valley. I've grown up here in Fresno, and I just want to really embrace, you know, being a Bulldog.
I love Fresno State because of the connections and friends that I made here throughout my 2 years. I feel at home here, and I love being a Bulldog.
I love Fresno State because all the great people here. Everyone's super nice. I just love it.
What most about Fresno State is the connections that I made here. I mean, we're just more than classmates. We're pretty much a big family, and I really appreciate the opportunities that the university has granted me as well.
I love Fresno State because it's where I met all my best friends.
Because it's cheap and you can have fun.
I love Fresno State because it allows me to be my creative self, because I feel like I am a creative human being, and I felt like Fresno State gives me the opportunity to be that.
I love Fresno State because it has given me such great opportunities to meet people and network, and also make some really good friends that I would have never made if I didn't come.
I love Fresno State because it's became my second home.
I like Fresno State because we have so many different kinds of people here.
I like Fresno State because of all the friends that I've made here and the Valley Pride.
I like Fresno State because it has Valley Pride.
I love Fresno State because it's not that far from home, and because I've made so many amazing new friends here.
I really like Fresno State just because of the people that are here. Everyone's so genuine and nice, and I feel like they're honest with you, and even though they may be busy doing their own thing, they take the time to, check up on you.
Fresno State, just because Central Valley, we all come from the, same area. We all, the MCJ department became pretty much a family. All the classmates that, I went ahead and I had the chance of meeting in my past 2 years here, and
We want to thank everyone in crew and in Focus for making this show possible. Special thank you to Kim, Faith, Nat, and Terry for all of your help throughout the semester.
Like Summer said, a big thank you to all of our crew members who work with us to create such a spectacular show. We could not have done it without each and every one of them. And we look forward to seeing some of them in front of the camera this fall.
That's been Fresno State's Focus for the spring 2023 through 2024 school year. A new class of broadcast journalism students will be here in the fall. Thank you so much for watching and supporting our work. Bye, everyone. Bye.